last time we did that a little differently.
Yeah, you did it all as one.
All in one.
Mm-hmm.
So let me reverse that, and we'll do all of them in one. Approve claims, approve payroll summary, and approve the journal vouchers.
I have a question on claims.
Okay.
The sweeper. That was purchased for what purpose?
It is a street sweeper that can use to clean the streets, and if you work really good down here in these holes that we're trying to do for the street, and clean up the junk, get that stuff out of there, attaches to the front of the skid steer. We got a really good deal on it.
Is it an enclosed sweeper?
It an enclosed one, yeah.
Okay.
And they just wanted to get rid of it because I don't know why.
Do we still have our blower in the shop?
I've never noticed to have a blower.
Jeremy purchased it here, and it was a nice one.
Oh, you mean the backpack thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hanging on the wall.
Okay, because that's what he used for blowing out those areas and stuff, so that's just why I was asking. I hadn't seen it being used, so that's why I
Yeah.
asked. Okay.
Okay, no, that's what
Okay.
it's for. Any other questions? Do we have a motion?
Motion approved.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims, payroll summary, and journal vouchers. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Town Attorney, Dennison, do you have anything for us tonight?
No. I'm here for any questions if anybody wants to.
I got a couple of questions.
Sure.
And they're just things, so we should have a hiring policy put in place, should we not, in writing?
Absolutely. And I believe me and the clerk are actually working on that, and I believe we're going to get that over to our insurance company to take a look at that. And
Okay. Okay.
Before we get it in front of the council.
Okay, and my second question is should we not have a complaint policy in place?
We should have a policy for everything.
Here's the reason I'm asking. Sometimes we walk down a slippery slope by if an individual comes to you with a complaint and it's a person you're close to, a relative or something, at that point in time, should that complaint not go over to another individual?
That's a fantastic question. So Mayor, members of City Council.
Yes.
The easy answer I can tell you off the top of my head is there should be a policy for everything, and the city should follow it. Very simple. It gets a little trickier when I would have to know the specifics. For example, city council members, as elected representatives, have a duty to meet with and deal with any type of complaints and bring those complaints forward and deal with. Especially as an elected representative. So if one of your constituents come to you, it would be important for you to obviously bring that, see them, and according to your discretion, bring that forward. There's difference, though, in complaints directly to the city. I would think that would be a very different process. That if somebody brought a complaint directly to the city, because that is a citizen directly interacting with the governmental entity directly, as opposed to going through their elected representatives.
Okay.
And once again, the simple answer is there should be a policy for everything, and the policy should be followed. That's simple.
Okay, and am I kind of correct? I guess one of the things is sometimes we're not referring to people when a certain complaint comes forward that this complaint needs to be done in writing so that there's actual documentation. Am I right? Some of those complaints should be done in writing and kept on file.
And once again, there should be a policy, and the
Okay.
policy should be followed, but I would say every complaint should be in writing.
Okay.
Because if it's not in writing, oftentimes,
Didn't happen.
yeah, oftentimes it didn't happen.
Okay.
Just because even assuming the best in people, sometimes people just forget. And so a written complaint is usually the best policy.
And so then if the party comes in and says, okay, what happened to my written complaint, should that be in writing in that file as well with that complaint?
Once again, there should be a policy in place,
Okay.
and once again, as a city, a governmental entity, you cannot, it depends what the complaint says. Every complaint cannot be rectified. So if somebody
Yeah.
complains that, my bill is just too high,
Oh, yeah, that
stuff
I
like that.
understand.
But there should be a complaint process.
But,
And I think that there is a complaint process.
I was a social services director, and I know this is a little off topic, but in a nursing home, and we had grievances folders and grievances filed, and what you're speaking about is the exact same thing, but there's somebody to follow up on that, separate entities, two separate people. Grievance folder gets filled out, people bring in grievances, they go in that book, you have two people check into the grievances, do their research, and then come back to the council with it. That's just what
Well,
we
I
do.
would, Tammy, if this is something you think that we need to do, I would get with, and write out something that we might agree to as a policy, but in the process of looking to see if we already have a policy in place that does that. I had in mind that there was something in the ordinances that...
There is, you turn it over to the mayor.
But if you had a grievances folder, then it
If
would
we
be
had
open
a
to the
folder and a
public.
policy, so, yes, we can,
A policy is important.
okay, yeah.
And then
So-
just make sure it's written.
So if I get with Michelle and then send it off to you right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries, we can get that turned around.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Dennison.
No worries.
I have a question for you, Dennis.
Absolutely.
What is going on with the trailer down here on Second Avenue?
That's a fantastic question, actually. So what happened was we entered into agreement to have it removed by November 1st, and it hasn't. I'm currently preparing the paperwork to get filed with the court to get an order where the city can go in and then remove it themselves and charge them for that. Hasn't got filed yet, but it will get filed probably this week or early next week.
Okay, because it's my understanding they were going to be fined
Yeah.
per day or whatever it was over.
Yeah. But, yeah, he did not follow through with his end of the bargain, so we're getting the paperwork filed with the court.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I got one more question.
No worries.
Shouldn't cease and desist orders be written instead of verbal?
Mayor, member, city council, yes, I would highly recommend that. Highly recommend that any communication from the city, obviously needs to be in writing, so that there's a record of it. Once again, it depends on what type of communication, and what situation, but generally speaking, a cease and desist order would be in written form. Usually it has to do with specific instances like violations of the ordinances or variances and things like that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dennison.
Of course.
Public Works Director, Marcus.
Okay. So, I guess we've already decided we're going with Northwest Pipe, so
Yes.
I'll get those parts ordered. I did talk to Scott Miller, and it will be 2 weeks. We'll be paving Mines for a Loop as long as we can get the funding through. If we can't, I mean, I'll have to hold them off. I don't care. And then, yeah, we'll have the other half by the train tracks done this week. And hopefully the burn ban's off, so we'll burn the burn pile this week too.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Mark, I got a question for you. Aren't you got an order for the wells? I noticed in the paperwork here, it was ordered somewhere around October. I think it was a date on them,
What is it?
October something.
There was a 31-day limit.
Yeah, it's a 30-day price guarantee.
Oh,
So
for
we're
the...
over that 30-day limit.
Yeah, for the core and main one. The other ones, Carrie was supposed to try to get me an updated one because I wanted an updated one for today, and he didn't get it in. I don't know if I haven't gotten an email yet, but these other two were literally just the other day. Like,
We're good to
Ferguson was today, and Northwest Pipe was Friday. I had them send me new ones to make sure our prices were good.
Yeah.
They did say both of them, we are looking at probably 20 weeks on the meter. Because something to do with the meters are that far out.
Okay. Thank you, Mark.
That's why I want to get those ordered right away.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have you gotten your wastewater license?
No, remember you and I discussed that.
Yeah.
You said going to the Great Falls School was better, so I changed the plan. And
It is, but under our documentation, under the thing that you filed with the state, we are going to be fined.
Right.
For
Yeah,
not having your
I talked
wastewater
to
license.
Susan Bowden about that actually, and yeah, I've got it arranged where I'm going to go take it in Billings actually. I don't think I can get in next week, but the first week of December, and we're going to get fined, yes. But, I mean, like I said, I changed it on a recommendation of yours, and didn't realize that that's what was going to happen. I hadn't seen that paperwork until after I'd already changed it, and I contacted her and told her right away I wasn't going to make the October 8th. What can we do? She said try to get into one in Billings, but if I don't have it done before the 31st, it just is what it is.
Also, when did you start? September of 22?
23.
23, okay.
Yep.
Why are we delinquent on our DMR submittals? Why are you late?
We're not
I've got the violations.
Yeah, those violations are from before I started here.
I understand that there's also violations here after you started here.
Yeah, and
For
that was
being late.
before I knew they had to be in by the 28th. They instructed me.
Did you submit the plan of action to Susan?
No, that, like I said, after I had already changed that date for taking the test, she had contacted me with a letter about these violations, and I said I was not sure of what plan of action she was referring to, and then she sent it to me. That was the first time I'd seen the plan of action.
Okay.
So.
And what about our violation of our chlorine being being low the legal limits?
What would you prefer? I lie to them?
No, I want to
Okay.
know why.
Well, then,
I want to know why
mean,
we're low on our chlorination. Are you not testing that daily?
It gets tested daily. That
Okay.
quill plugs up, and we get a low hit. And I mean, you can see it in some of them. We get a low hit, and then it clears up within a couple of days. But if I get one test below 0.5, I have to report it, and we have to do that type 2. And I mean, unless I lie.
Have you been doing the type 2 to the public?
This is the first one we've gotten. Was for September, and I just got that in November. You know, so I mean, this is the first one we've gotten, and now that I know that that's what we're supposed to do is send out that type 2 if I do ever have one, absolutely. I mean, I can't do shit if I don't know it. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I understand.
I can't. If I don't know, and that's what I've been trying to get through to the DEQ. If I don't know, I can't do it. If you just tell me and I know about it,
I understand
I can
that, but
implement a process to fix it.
as the public works director, it's your job to know it.
Sure. Did you know everything day one on your first day?
No, it took me a while to go.
Sure.
But I understand it. But
And if you
Okay,
have,
now that's,
But
Yeah.
I
That's
understand
enough.
it.
it's fine.
No, and
We're done.
I know what you're saying. No, we're not done. Marcus,
we are done.
No, we're not done.
It's done. We're not gonna continue.
I've got some
I'm not
questions.
continuing on the DEQ. I got those answers questions. I would like to know about the gravel.
the gravel's paid for, the receipts in the clerk's office.
That is a done issue.
No, it's not a done issue. Would you
You're
like?
out of order.
I am out of order.
And now, do you want me to give you another one?
Would you like me to confer with the lawyer?
Do you want me to give you another one?
Give me another one. Would you like me to confer with the lawyer?
Leave. Deputy?
Oh, I'll leave. Their meeting is done. The charges can still be filed.
Would you escort Mr. Bentley out?
You bet.
Sure.
You don't have to escort him, he'll walk on himself.
Yep.
Not gonna shoot him, but for Christ's sakes.
Yep.
I will too. Kyle?
Hitler.
You're out of order too.
Yep, I am. And you really are.
Thank you.
You ass.
I have a question.
I'm sorry,
What a
but we
fun
do
group.
not have a quorum, so the meeting has to be adjourned.
That's up to you.
Okay, I need to meet with the attorney, and we'll proceed.
The mayor can shut down anything he wants, can't he?